So we're trying to understand the way of serving Hashem through the mitzvahs that we spoke about. I told you in the beginning that we're trying to work with, to make a relationship between us and HaKadosh Baruch Hu. That's our avoda here in this world. And we know we need to develop this relationship, and we have to understand. I bring the Rambam in the first year. We have to do it even more than what a person has with his wife or with a woman. And the deep reason is because you have to understand that Midos is a character trait. So Midos, there's a rule. Midos lo mitchalkot. I don't have to say this in English. They don't split. Midos don't split. You know what Midos means? Yeah, you understand what Midos means, right? You also understand, right? We all understand what Midos means.
It's a new term to me.
Midos? You don't know what Midos means?
No, I don't.
Character trait, meaning the way you act.
Okay, fine.
If you get upset, it's a midah. It's called kas, meaning upsetness. If you jealous all the time, people, it's called kina. It's how do you say tchuna in English? The word tchuna.
A character trait.
A trait. It's a trait. It makes you.
Midah means measurement. I mean,
right.
It means a measurement. A midah is a measurement of something.
Okay.
We translate it. For all purposes, it's character trait. So it's angry, upset, jealous,
things like that. So there's also good stuff, also love and everything. It's all traits. He said traits.
It's also often about a level that you're at.
That's the word midah. The word midah comes to explain you have to have an amount of how much you're supposed to take from everything. Okay, so back to our thing. We have to. So there's a klal.
General
rule. Midos, meaning the characters, don't split. Meaning, if I feel very, very, very in love with HaKadosh Baruch Hu, but then I don't feel in love with my wife, let's say, so that means
feeling in love with HaKadosh Baruch Hu makes you feel good and you're in love with yourself.
So meaning, the truth is you're not in love with HaKadosh Baruch Hu at all. Because Midos don't split. So if you don't have it, it has to go in everywhere. Meaning, let's say if a person is a Baal Chesed. Chesed means a giver. Someone that gives to everyone. He feels everyone. So he only gives to a specific people, to l'anashim mesuyamim, specific people.
Massachusetts.
Yeah. So that means there's a reason why they're giving them and they're not giving the other ones, because you have to give. It has to go to any person, to anywhere, any place. You understand? That's very, very, very important to understand that, because people feel because the Kadosh Baruch Hu doesn't respond back, meaning in a physical way. So when you speak to him, you could feel very like it's. I'll bring it in a very different way. It's called in Hebrew when a person has a dog. So he likes his dog. Why? Because his dog, every time he walks in the home, he jumps up on him and he wiggles his tail, and he's all happy when he sees his Adon has his Adon and his his master. He's very, very happy. He never yells at you back. He never curses you. He never says bad things. He doesn't insult you at all. So you're in a good. You love him. The truth is you don't love him because you never had a hitmodedut. You never had a struggle with him. Only taking him out to go whatever. But I'm saying, so when things don't respond back like in a regular way, so you could lie to yourself or feel that it really does. You really have a kesher,
Connection.
A connection. Oh, very good, very good. See, David's good. You're on the way. So you have a connection with God, and the truth is you don't have no connection with God at all, mamash at all, because if you don't have it down here, you don't have it up there, because it's the same thing, goes back and forth. Let's say there's a concept, a very, 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 very fundamental concept. Yirah means awe. You taught me that word. I didn't know what awe means, but now I know what awe means. Awe means yirah. So when a person has
awful comes from that.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll use the Hebrew term yirah. Yeah, it means awe. Okay. So yirah and chesed. How do you say chesed? A normal word for chesed.
Love and kindness.
No, it's not kindness. Kindness is a tuv.
Love and kindness.
Love and kindness.
They couldn't translate it.
Loving, one word. Loving kindness. Effusive.
Okay, loving kindness. Okay, so loving kindness meaning chesed. Now you know what chesed means. And yirah, they're in the same shorish, they're the same root. It's one thing. Why? Because it's seeing things outside of me. Meaning, yirah means you know there's a God out there. It's looking at you or created you, whatever. It's not you, there's something outside of you. And the same thing, you have people outside of you and you want to be kindness to them. So it's the same shorish, meaning it's the same root. So if a person doesn't have, he will never have a real chesed or a real yira if he doesn't have the root of feeling himself, things that people are outside of him. That, you understand what I'm saying? So that's how it works with Midot, with
How many Midot are there?
Whoa, that's an excellent question.
Just say 32.
No. It's a very good question.
There's 7, aren't there?
No, and maybe, I don't know. What I know is that there's two ways to look at it. There's one way to see it. There's no end for Midos, meaning there's tons of different kinds of Midos. And the other way to look at it, that's Reb Chaim Vital and Shari Kedusha, it says it's only 4. Or you look at it 4, or no end. And I'll explain to you why. Because Midos, when they hit together, they change their way of how they look like. It's like take like 4 different kinds of colors and you put them together.
Is that earth, fire, wind?
Yep. It goes from Yud Ke Vav Ke, from the, I'll explain. Reb Chaim Vital writes down, and it makes things very, 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 very not complicated. He says that it goes like this. Like he said, there's fire, wind, water, and earth. Okay? We'll go through it slowly. You'll understand what I'm trying to say. Okay, Rabbi Esrach, listen carefully. It's something very, very fundamental. The name of Hashem, it was Misgalel, and how was Mitgaleh? Revealed to the world, to Am Yisrael, is Yud Ke Vav Ke. Yeah, that's the name. You see it on our own Kodesh. Yud Ke Vav Ke. That is the name that he revealed to an Am Yisrael in Mamad Har Sinai. So the first Yud is water. I want to explain to you why. That's not the sugya now. That Hey is fire, the Vav is wind, and the last Hey is earth. Everything is 4. Everything is 4. Everything in the world is 4. I can explain anything you see is 4. We're not getting to it now because that's not what we're trying to get now. That's not the point. I want to talk about the character trait. So it goes like this. The fire is how you call it? 1 minute. I'm sorry for driving you crazy. My wife is on the phone and she's looking for someone. I have to get 1 second. How much? 1 second.
Guess you love your wife.
אני מוסר שיעור לאמריקאים עכשיו, אז אני מסיים. כן, אני מגיע עוד 20 דקות. זאת השעה. מה? לא לחכות, תחצי, הם מחכים לך. אז תחכי בכניסה לגבעת רם, בסדר? מצוין, באמת, סליחה.
Was that love or awe?
What?
Was that love or awe?
That's not love and not awe. She's asking where the direction or something. Okay, so back to what we're talking about. So fire is gaiva. Gaiva is you have to help me now very much.
Desire.
How is that? Arrogance.
Okay, you got that word, whatever he said. Okay, that's called gaiva. The second one is ruach. Ruach is wind.
Wait a minute. Arrogance?
Gava, pride.
I'll show you how it looks like, and you'll say the word. Someone feels like he's a hot shot. He's like the best person in the world. He knows the best from everyone. He knows everything. No one knows better than him. He's the smartest guy in the world. He knows everything.
Conceited is a good word. Conceited is a great one, actually.
See, I told you, I'll describe it and you'll tell me what it is.
Because arrogance, it says Hashem will not be with anyone that's arrogant.
Exactly, right. Ein ani v'hu yocholim ladu ke'echad. That's a lashon of the Gemara in Sota. That's true, 100%. I said it in Hebrew, you said it in English. Okay. So so that's the fire, because fire goes up. That's the way. That's his tchuna, how we said trait, whatever. It goes up. Yeah. Okay. Then the second one is called ruach. Ruach is wind. That's the one he's a big talker. He talks about everything. He will be a big. I mean, we're talking on the bad side, not on the right. On the good side, we'll speak another second. We're not talking only on the bad side. He's a big talker. He likes to talk a lot about lashon hara. He likes to talk against people. He likes to say about himself all his good stuff that he has. He uses his mouth to.
It's close to Gaiva.
It is, because the guy will explain to him that is mashpia. He's mashpia. Influence, yeah. But he influenced one on each other. Okay, and then we have the water. Water is taivas. Taivas means desire, meaning he wants to be with a lot of women. He wants to eat a lot. He wants to sleep a lot. He's trying to have a lot of fun.
Satisfy his appetites.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, and that's water. And the fourth one is earth. That's people that are in depression. They're lazy, depression. Yeush. How you say yeush?
Despair.
Huh?
Yeah.
Despair.
Despair. I don't know what that word means, but if it says it's yeush, it's yeush. Okay, so that's the word. Okay, so
what
then
was ruach in Hebrew? Or was ruach, you said talk up?
ruach ze hitpa'arut, meaning to say things about himself. Rechilut, lashon hara.
Okay,
Okay. That's yeah.
Hot air.
Yeah.
English.
Okay. Now, listen carefully. In Gaiva, like you said before, the Gaiva is the one that goes like this. So he there's things that come out of that. 3 different midos come out of that. It's kavod, meaning he wants people to be honor. He gets upset. That comes out of Gaiva, because if Gaiva thinks everything has to go like the way I want it to go, and if it doesn't go the way I want to go, so he gets upset. So that comes upsetness, meaning anger, all that stuff comes out of Gava. And Sin'ah. Sin'ah is
Hatred.
hate. Very good. Your Hebrew is mamish improving. Okay, but that's you're doing not bad. Kin'ah, meaning jealous is whatever is jealous. The person becomes jealous. That comes from mind, from water, because the person wants, like the other one, he has a house, a big house. I want also a big house. All the good stuff that the other guy has, he also wants to have. So you have to know at Kina, there's 2 ways it comes out. If it comes in the Gashmi way, meaning the materialism way, so he's jealous why his friend has a better car, a better house, better wife, whatever, what's it going to be. If it's in a Ruchni way, meaning in the spiritual way, so it's in the Bikina and Gaiva, in the Aish place. So now, everything's inside of that. You could talk with me about whatever you'll feel, you'll see, it'll show you words inside of 4. Now, these 4 are, like we said, influence one on each other. Okay, so the 2 ones that are they're like the same. They're like mamash separated. It's the fire and the earth. The earth goes the way it's going, pushing the person down, and the first pushing the person going up. And the water and the ruach, the water and the wind, they go with the whoever's stronger. Yeah, they go with the flow. Really, that's the truth. Meaning, if you'll be a very big balgaiva, so your water, meaning your taivas, will be less, because it's in a ruin the place you are. So you can't eat like a dog next to a lot of people, because you feel it's in a ruin the people that they want to honor you. You understand what I'm saying? So that it's an influence on the water, but it's going to make you speak very bad about people, because you want to push everyone down. So you'll see the wind is going to be very strong by you, and the water is going to be very low. So that's the Reb Chaim Vital fix it all up. Very, very, very simple. You just have to learn how to understand how it really works, and that's all. So it's only 4. That's the answer. But the truth is, there's so much things that influence each other. So if you start writing it down, it could be like 100. I have a list at home. One of the big Rabbanim wrote it to me once. It's like I think it's like 60 or 70 different options of names of different kinds of.
I thought I read in the Tanya. I know you're not talking about the Tanya.
No, I talk about everything. I don't know.
There's 7 Midot.
Oh, yeah. Okay, you're talking. Okay, so listen carefully. There's Eser Spheros, meaning
10 spheros.
10 spheros.
Okay.
And the 10 spheros, there's 3 that are called Ilyonos, meaning on top, and 7 that are on the bottom. It goes like this. Keter. You have to understand now we're going only in Hebrew. Keter, Chochma Bina, that's the top. Then you have Chesed Gvura Tiferes, Netzach Hod Yesod Malchus. And there's another way to count it. Without the Keter, you put the Keter out, and then it's Chochma Bina Das.
That's Chabad.
Video and Chesed Gvura Tiferes Netzach Hod Yesod. So now here, if you want to know how to, if you want to put it up into 4, it's very simple. It goes like this: Chochma is water. Bina is fire. All the 6, meaning Chesed, Gvur, Tiferes, Netzach, Hod, and Yesod, or Ruach, and Malchus is earth. That's how it works. Okay, that's very, very simple. So that Midot, so they're talking about a different way. That they're talking, you have to understand that Midot, meaning it's only 3 Midos that are playing over there. There's something that's called Hashpa, meaning a flow coming down, a very big flow that's called in we'll call it, or words Chesed. There's other flow that's coming down. It's called Din, meaning it's something. It's
Judgment.
Judgment. That's a good word. Judgment. And in the middle, it's called Rachmi, meaning it's something. It's like
mercy.
It's like mercy, but whatever. I don't know how mercy is, if it's the exact term. I don't know. It's close. I don't know if it's like that.
It finds itself somewhere between Chesed and Din.
Yeah, it's like meaning someone someone did something very bad. So the judgment says you have to kill the guy because he did something bad. The Chesed says let him go. And the mercy in the middle says to him, listen, we'll let you to live, but only if you do tshuva, meaning only if you fix up what you did. And so that's the whole 10 spheres only go like that. But the difference is where you're holding on the top. If you're on the top, so it looks this way. In the middle is that way. That's it. So that's that in Midos. That's the time of talking about that. It's 2 different things. They're not touching each other. Okay. So on the good side, on the good side. So, the fire is simcha, happiness, jumping up and down. That's fire, because that's what you're doing. Afar, meaning earth, is anava. I know the word.
Humility.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. Someone feels humble. That is earth, because he's down. He doesn't. And ruach is meaning wind. Is a person that he's thinking about what he wants to say. And Mayim is chesed, trying to bring people to have their whatever they need. That's how it works in the 4. Okay, that's how it works with the 4. But how do we get to that point? I don't know. So I will say, I said, Midos don't split, meaning they don't change. So if you have it here, it's going to go there. If you don't have it there, it won't go here. So if you have to have it in the physical world, meaning one of the reasons we have a wife and kids and things like that is to help us to develop or characters or midos to a physical person, and you learn how to do it in the right way there, and then you can go do it to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. If you do it with HaKadosh Baruch Hu and you can't do it at home, so you have to know in 100% you're out. You're not doing the right thing. You're not there. It doesn't really work. It doesn't mean you don't get schar for what you're doing, but you're not doing the right way. You have to have. That's it's very, very, very important to fix our midos, because if we fix our midos, then we could do it in the two ways. Okay, you have to know that because midos don't split. Okay, so we have to test ourselves how we're at home, and then we could go through it to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Because the HaKadosh Baruch Hu doesn't respond like I do in a physical way. He responds if a person has a how you call it hidbonenut. How do you say hidbonenut?
Introspection.
Yeah, and he knows to look into how things are happening to him, and that we could see Hashem all the time there. That's called Hashgacha Pratis. Hashgacha Pratit. That's what I know. Whatever. You understand what I'm trying to say? Okay. So a person will feel it, Hashem. He could see Hashem there. But I'm saying you don't feel it in a physical way, so you don't see his response back. So you could feel whatever you want to feel, but you don't really feel the real thing. Okay? You have to know that. It's very, very chashuv. Very, very important. Okay, so now we're talking back. So we have to build
when you say you're not feeling the real thing,
You're lying to yourself. Meaning, like I said, like a person feels like to his dog. He feels he loves his dog. The thing he loves his dog because his dog is never against him. He's only with him. It's not called you're loving someone if you don't have struggle. In Hebrew it's called hitmodedut. It's not called because the real a character trait means a midah means that it happens in any case. You help everyone in every case, even if he yells at you back. He's not acting nice to you, and you still, because you feel that he needs it, so you'll give it to him. You understand? Yeah. Let's say you're a gabayt tzedakah. How you say a person he collects money and he brings out to people and need tzedakah. So this ani comes to him and starts selling you to him. Ah! So if you have a really chesed, if you really have chesed, he's a misken, he's a poor guy. And you just give him to him. Lo mishaneh. If he doesn't insult you, lo mishaneh. It doesn't make a difference because you want to give it. You want to help him out. You understand? But if you only help people at honor you back, meaning whoa, you're a special guy, this and that. So the truth is that you're really you're doing a mitzvah. You're doing chesed, but it's only if you get covered back from it. So the ma'aseh, where it's in the bifnim, in the inside, you want honor. And you do it through chesed. You understand what I'm trying to say? Mm-hmm. That's what I'm trying to say. So you have to understand that we really don't. It doesn't really come out to HaKadosh Baruch Hu in a real way if it doesn't go in real life in the world. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's what I was trying to say.
Thank you.
So we have to do something, and this is also the Pollack Nefesh HaChaim, also about. So we have to have a real good relationship with HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and the reason is because we're here only for 80, 90, 100, 120 years.
If you're lucky.
Huh?
If you're lucky.
If you're lucky. And he knows. He will vedamada. So then there were in Netzach. How you say Netzach? Forever. Right? Whatever. So Nitzchius. Yeah. So if you don't have everything you build over here, you'll have it over there. If you don't build it over here, you won't have it over there. It's if you really think about it, it could terrify you because the Ma'aseh, whatever he did over here, that's what he'll have there. So a person has to build it. He has to build it. That's our avoda. That's our work here in this world. So we have to mamish work at it. So the way to do it is through the mitzvahs. That's what we're trying to do the whole time. We're trying to explain to you what mitzvahs are. And like I told you, if we do mitzvahs and we don't even know what mitzvahs we're doing, and we don't know the numbers of the mitzvahs, and we don't know what, so we're not really serving him the right way. And the mitzvahs themselves, we have to do them in a way we're happy with it, and we want to do it. And we have to learn the way how to open up our hearts to do it in the right way. That's what we're trying to do. Okay? That's what we're trying to go through our shiurim slowly. So today, we don't have so much time left, but we started to speak about free will. And I wanted to explain to you what is the connection between free will and to what we're talking about. Okay? So I want to get into something very, very, very deep. I'm sure you heard about it a lot of times, but it's something very, very deep. And I'll try to make it simple, but I don't think we could make it so simple. But I'll try to. But please hold on, okay? We're going through I think 7 steps to understand why we need to have free will. Why we need to have free will. Free will. So it goes like this. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is something that's called in Hebrew Tov. And he wants to be Meitiv. You know what Tov means? Goodness. I think that's the word goodness, but the word goodness is not a really good term because I'll ask you a question. Let's see if someone here could answer what is the definition of goodness?
Benevolence.
I don't know what that word means. What does it mean?
It means being good to everyone.
What when you say it's a good fan or it's a good car, what does it mean?
It's perfect.
It works.
It works. Nothing more.
But
it's a good boat. It floats. Yeah.
There's nothing. It's not mixed with bad. It's only good.
I know, but when you say it's not mixed with bad, you're only saying what it's not. You're not saying what it is. I'll say, who's Rabbi Traub? He's not a tree. Okay, but I didn't say who you are.
That makes sense.
Okay, you're not a watch. Okay, kiddo. I'm not explaining who you are. You understand what I'm saying? You're saying it's not involved with what? With evil. Okay, I'm asking, but it I agree with you, but it doesn't you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out the word.
Rabbi Rosen, try to help us out.
Teva Tov.
Lehitiv. Okay, but what does it mean lehitiv? What does it mean lehitiv?
You want
It's
more good.
chesed? It's what? It's chesed? Like, what does it mean? Oh,
You want more good.
Oh, man.
I want a definition. I want a hagdara. Definition is hagdara, right?
There's-
Hagdara.
There's two kinds of good.
No?
Tov. Good. What
When
is
you
it?
talk about a car or an appliance, whatever, right? You're talking about something that actually is soulless in a sense. It's not a thinking object. It has no emotion, right? An appliance, right? So when you talk about a good appliance, right? You're talking about something that functions as it's designed to function. That's its definition. If the washing machine washes well, it's a good washing machine. If the car doesn't start if the car doesn't start on a cold day, it's not a good car, right? That's not people.
Sure it is. You just didn't plug it in, that's all.
That's not people, right? Because people have, as you're about to tell us, I'm sure, free will, right? The car doesn't have free will. The washing machine doesn't have free will. So when a person is good,
What that mean?
they're making decisions that are good, that are in line with what is the welfare of whatever is in front of them at that point, whether it's their wife or their friend or God or their community. Right? That's a good person, right? And a person who doesn't have those things in mind may not be so good. He may be part, but he's not good.
Well, that's kind of...
You're very, 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 very close to what I want to say. Very close.
Fulfilling your tafkid? Like, fulfilling your tafkid?
Yeah, but explain it with a
Feeling
fan.
yourself.
So the thing is like this: you're very close. Your mamash, you're there. Meaning good, meaning tov, means it's doing what it's supposed to do. It's made to do something. It's there for doing something, and it's doing the thing the right way it's supposed to do. So if I say it's a good fan, meaning they made a fan, it's making the air going the right way. A good car, like you said, it's built to be a car. So it's supposed to do everything that a car is supposed to do. When it does everything that a car was supposed to do, that's called a good car. So it's a person. A person came to this world to do something. If it's doing the right thing that it came here to do, and that's what he's doing, so that's a good person. Okay? So you mama said it, but I want to say it's not in two ways.
Yeah.
It's in everything. Everything you call good when it's doing the right thing, the purpose that it came
Absolutely.
to do. Okay? That's the definition of tov.
What was the word in Hebrew again?
Tet vav beis tov.
No, the other word you used.
Gava?
Hametiv?
Hatava lehitiv.
Metiv. Mitiva is for Metiv.
It could be. I don't know
That's
what.
benevolent.
No, okay, I think, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. No bad, David. You're doing good. You're doing good this week. In Hebrew, we say you drank Polish. You know it's Polish? Polish. That's how you say it.
לא,
כן.
אנחנו אומרים לה שהיית פה כשאתה...
כן, יש שם מישהו מבריק, מישהו שמבריק. Okay. So, okay. So back to our sugya. So Hashem, he's the Mekor HaTov. He wants to be Meitiv. HaKadosh Baruch Hu created this world to be Meitiv, to bring good to people, bring good. But he wants to bring good,
ultimate good.
Ultimate good, but the ultimate good is only in him. He can't bring it outside of him. And it's very, very deep what I'm going to say now. So I will let's see if you could handle it or not. Enough. Let's continue. Meaning, Hashem is one, but oneness. There's no one like that at all. So meaning everything is by him. It's not like he's good and he's smart and he could think and he could do this. It's not like that's called.
You're not separate from him.
Right. It's like it's only one. One is one-ish. Oneness. Like if we'll say it in different words, just to make it more understandable. If I would say you have an airplane, it's also a phone, and it's also a hamburger, and it's also a chair, and I don't know, and everything together, and there's a chair attached to the airplane, meaning the airplane is a chair, and it's also water, and it's also everything together. You understand? There's something you can't understand this, but that's called a oneness. There's no oneness like that. Meaning Hashem has a lot of different things that he has in him, but by him is in a one way. We can't understand this, but that's the way he was midgaleh. How you say midgaleh again? Revealed to Klal Yisrael in Mamad Har Sinai.
It's like Megillah.
What?
Same word as Megillah, isn't it?
Yeah. Megillah, Megillah is the same thing. Yeah. Megillah is something. It's like something. It tells you. It's going to tell you something. Now you'll know. So his good is only in him. His ultimate good. So now the way to get it is only if you get close to it. Let's say if we'll change it to a physical world. Well, let's imagine it's like a guf chimum,
A filament.
A filament, it's called.
Yeah.
So the more you get close to it, you get more warm. You get warmer if you get far away. So if you want to get the good it's in HaKadosh Baruch Hu, you have to get close to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Now, how do you get close to HaKadosh Baruch Hu? It's called dveikus in Hebrew. Dveikut.
Like devik.
Like sticking. So how you stick to HaKadosh Baruch Hu? How you get close to HaKadosh Baruch Hu? In the physical world, you have space. So you can measure closeness. Let's say from here to here. Now it's half a meter. Now it's 30 centimeters, 20 centimeters, 10 centimeters. Now it's close and it touches. How do you attach things? How do you do dveikus? Attach things in a spiritual world. There's no space there.
Like by copying, by being like that person.
Oh. So that's called in Hebrew hit damut, meaning likeness. Maybe that will be the word. The more you're like that, in the how you say musag in the concept, that makes you closer to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So that's the way to be David HaKadosh Baruch Hu. The Chazal said, Ma hu rachum afat rachum, ma hu chanun afat chanun, ma hu kodesh afat kodesh. Meaning, the same thing he is, you have the same definition. You have the same whatever it's called. And in the concept, you're the same. So then you get closeness in the spiritual world. So here comes the free will. I said something very, very deep. I'm not getting into it. It's a lot more than what I said. But I just want to say one point, and that we'll stop. From there, we'll stop. The free will comes to help a person to become close to Hashem, because we're separated 100% away from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Why? Because the HaKadosh Baruch Hu is a boreh. He's a creator, and we are a creation. Now, a creator and a creation are 100% different. There's nothing. And that's what we are, because think about it. If there's something that you, it's because of you. Meaning, you could look at me, it's because of you. No, you didn't create your eyes. You could hear me, you didn't. To stand up, you didn't make your muscles. You didn't do nothing, right? So you can't make something now. You can't. If you're a creation, there's nothing to make you close to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, because the HaKadosh Baruch Hu is a creator. You're 100% different. So the way to make a person become close to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Hashem made him have free will. The free will makes a person to have things that are miyuchas elav. How you say miyuchas elav? It's related to me. Meaning, because I was the one that did it. So that really, no one's telling me what to do. I'm doing it. So HaKadosh Baruch Hu bring me a tool. It's called my body, and I use with my free will to do things with my body. That's the tool that I got as a present from HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and I do with it what I want to do. Then it's related to me. So when I do a mitzvah, so HaKadosh Baruch Hu, let's go back to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So HaKadosh Baruch Hu is completely with all the good stuff, and he doesn't have nothing bad by him, and we have bad stuff by us, and we don't have good stuff in ourselves, and then we work to push out the bad stuff and bring in with our free will the good stuff, and then I was the one that did it, so now I become similar to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, so I can become close to him, and then I'm Davik with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. You got it?
No.
What did he didn't get?
We're talking about how to get closer to HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Right.
And about pushing out the bad stuff. That part I got.
Right.
But
how do you do it with free will?
But an entity that is pure Tov doesn't have any bad stuff to push out. Hashem.
I know, but Lemaise, after I worked 80 years,
You're doing something that I don't want to say Hashem can't do, but Hashem has no need to do.
Right, but when we look at the end, in the end, we see I'm not so bad, and I'm a lot better. So there is a relationship. There's a relations between me and him. Meaning he's good. I'm also have a little bit good. He doesn't have no bad. I also don't have so much bad. So you have a kind of closeness. A kind of closeness. The more you do it, you become more closer. For sure, we never will be 100% close to him. No way. But we'll have a kind of a attachment with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Okay? We'll continue from this point next time.
What about learning Torah? That's all. It's not per se. You're doing a mitzvah, but kind of understanding the way Hashem thinks. Is that also more?
Yeah, because every time
on a different level.
No,
lower or higher level.
No, it's a level inside the whole concept.
It's like part of the.
Yeah, from the whole 613 ways to be close to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We'll speak about it in the continuation. Everyone will have a nice good night. Kol tuv, v'hatzlacha.
Yes, go ahead.